Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Lionel. Hey, I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Love and Marriage Detroit. This is season 2, episode 5, I believe. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Thank you for your love and your support. Please support this channel and continuously support of this channel by liking this video. You can subscribe if you are not subscribed as of yet, and you can leave your comments below. Let's get into this episode. All right. First and foremost, I was entertained during this whole episode. So, I got some stuff to say. I don't think I'll be before you too long anyways. There's an announcement if you guys did not see it on last night's commercials. Next week will be the mid-season finale. So apparently this show got 12 episodes, and they're cutting it in half. Why? I don't know. And for me, my preference, we could have had a longer break for Huntsville. I mean, the YouTube streets are still filled with stuff. Some of the cast, and of course, a lot of content creators, they come up with stuff daily to talk about with Huntsville. So I don't have a chance to miss it outside of just having a lot of episodes. So mid-season finale, I don't know. So, I mean, it's still in the middle of October, so what are we doing? I need to know, because it's like, it's not until November that Huntsville is coming back. So what are they going to fill in with that space? I don't get it. Anyways, I think that OWN should have just kept the episodes going. We only had another 6 weeks or 7 weeks. Let's do that and get it over with. Like, it don't make sense that you're cutting it in half. This isn't even a long season. So that's crazy. Anyways, that's my gripe. But I was thoroughly entertained. So we start off the episode, and it's the beginning of Christina's surprise birthday party. Chelsea and another one of the friends, is it Layla? Oh, I apologize. If you happen to see this video, it's another one of Christina's friends. I apologize. Everything's pretty set up. It was kind of fast. I don't want to say last minute, but it was pretty fast. And Brandon getting everything prepared. So LaToya and Anthony, they come. We get a flashback scene of Anthony saying, no, you need to come. I know people don't want to give Anthony credit. Anthony can be messy, and Anthony can still stand on business at the same time. And he knew at that time, like, look, let's just let sleeping dogs lie. It's okay. It's not even about her. I'm going to have a good time. So LaToya did come, per Anthony's encouragement. They get there, and then, of course, there's a run-in with Chelsea that she still wants to run her mouth. And we really find out that Chelsea's beef is with Anthony. It's not even with LaToya. It's like, I knew she was giving all that energy because of Anthony on last week. It wasn't about her, because it's not like LaToya was even getting to the level of calling people stooges and stuff like that. You're not that heated at LaToya. You're heated at Anthony, and you want your get back, Chelsea. And Anthony already said, like, I'm not going on no apology tour. I said what I said. LaToya finally got through to Chelsea, said all that name calling and stuff, I didn't do that to you. It wasn't, even the argument or whatever you want to call it, it didn't even call for it. So Chelsea said, you're right. I shouldn't have been name calling you, and I apologize. And that's good that you did. You can say what you need to say without all that, but again, you're projecting onto LaToya what you really want to do to Anthony. Because even in next week's episode, Brandon is trying to get through to Anthony about apologizing to her. That's her real issue. All right, so a lot more people start coming. We see that Colby and Russell, they show up. Colby saying, I'm coming, despite how I feel towards Christina, we got a little something going on, but I still wanted to show up. I think everyone was there. I think Bravo and his wife, they came. Lakeisha. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I will learn your name and know your name next week if you're in the episode. Anyway, they come. So Christina comes. She's in her fur. She's looking good. Hair looking good. All that. And I was really happy for her in that moment, because I think, in spite of it just being a surprise to her, she felt like she was being uplifted and supported after just feeling how she's been feeling for a long time. She really, it lifted a weight up off of her. And I said, I was happy for her. I was really happy for her, for real. Okay, so the dinner proceeds. Colby does address Chelsea in regards to her calling her stooge. Colby ends up saying something about, like, you shouldn't be calling a pregnant woman that. I'm like, Colby, don't use the pregnancy. I think if you weren't pregnant, you'd still go get rah-rah. Don't do that. I'd say address her about that, because with Chelsea's thing is that you shouldn't have been inserting yourself. You shouldn't have been doing da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes, I don't think that Colby was trying to double team. It was just like, hey, like, we really gonna go this far? And then I wasn't talking to you. I get the principle of staying in your place. I think she was trying to moderate at that point because you're heated over what you said somebody said that you did, that you claim you didn't do. So you're upset. And that someone who doesn't have receipts on them, that didn't know that they were filming with you, that haven't seen you in months, didn't have the receipts on them about it. It was going to get left because of how strong you come on to people. But again, all that heat was really for Anthony anyways. And it could have been handled over to the side, like I said last week. You did that while Brandon's trying to pick out a ring to your supposedly good friend. So, I'm counting up 1, 2 times. Kelsey has been addressed or wanted to address something during Christina's party, even though she was just trying to get up in LaToya's face, trying to act like it's not going to be about you. Christina's party was not going to be about you. It wasn't going to be about you, but it turned out to be you. Devil in a red dress. It turned out to be you. Twice you've done it. So I don't think that they really came to a resolve. I think both of them just said, we good. You know, again, Colby, address the disrespect. I still don't think that was warranted. Even in that moment, she could have just said, stay out of it or whatever. Or look, we got this or whatever. But Colby wasn't even trying to on you. It didn't. We move on. Christina starts talking about Kimberly. All I'm going to say is that was weird. Because at my party, I'm not talking about an alleged op or supposed op. You're talking about the last thing that you guys went to, and you're saying that you didn't believe that she was tearing up and that they were manipulative tears. I'm a different Christina now, and she hasn't met this person. Then you got on about who you are. She's got a bunch of KDS attire in her closet. Da-da-da-da-da. Brandon was just sitting back like, I'm out the doghouse. I said, she can hit whomever, just leave me alone. Just don't come in my direction. I've been feeling that heat for a while. And he's hoping to knock the boots. Now, I didn't know that we were still using knock the boots, but I'm just going to say that that's possibly some Detroit lingo. It seemed like Detroit's kind of, I might catch a bullet for this. I think Detroit's kind of a little bit late on certain things, because y'all talk about ops all the time, even though Huntsville talks about, well, one particular person talks about ops. If I mention their name, then hellfire and brimstone is going to fall on me, and God don't like ugly. I'm talking about a woman, even though y'all do it. How dare you if I say it, but whatever. I'm kind of yammering on for whatever reason. So it was quite odd that you would spend your birthday talking about Kimberly. When it's been this, Kimberly so pressed. Kimberly is this. Kimberly tried to get on my platform, but you seem just as pressed, ma'am, on your birthday. All right, so we're done with that. They did party. We see that there was some dancing and all that good stuff. The following day, Brandon goes to the Star Factory along with Christina, and we find out someone has vandalized the Star Factory building. Brandon has some tenants within the building or whatever, and they were having some type of get together, and all of a sudden, the one of the women ended up tearing up something, and we saw the damage and all that. They don't know if this is going to be a criminal suit or a criminal act or civil suit in regards to this. It looks like it's going to be civil to me, because it's not like it was breaking an entry type deal. It looks like she was there and she just destroyed stuff while she was there. I don't know, but you can make out a police report and see what happens. Brandon wants Christina to be aboard at the Star Factory as to being the property manager. She said that she's not really into that like being a property manager in that regard. She's got other things that she has going on, but she does want to still come in and help in getting things together, getting the proper tenants in and all of that. Maybe they can work together, and then next thing you know, both of them are flirting, and it looked like they was about to create another star up in Star Factory. I said, do we need to shut our eyes and ears? Like, she was looking like, what's that one song? I Want to Get Freaky With You. That's how he was. And then he was like, so what you trying to do? What you trying? I'm like, what? Go away with this, Apollo. But, oh yeah, but it was funny. It was cool. We move on to the Thompsons. Latoya, she's a lot more structured. Anthony calls her a control freak. Whatever you want to say to that, cool. But they're going on a trip for their oldest son, Anthony's birthday. They're going to Orlando. Latoya wants them to pack everything in front of her. And she says so that they don't forget something while they're gone. She wants to make sure. And Anthony's like, can you relax a little bit in regards to that? But then he also talks about, oh, yeah, we got to spend my money yet again. They get on how Anthony is a lot more less strict on their daughter, Ava, and opposed to her. Latoya and all that. So they had a little family talk. I thought it was cool little banter and all that. He feels like she's a control freak. He just says, lose the control and let the freak out. I paraphrase. I said, go ahead, Anthony, say it like it is. Tell it like it is. Anthony says that he is also harder on the boys. I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that's right. I don't think so. That's probably why I'm kind of a little bit more lenient upon Robert Jr. on Salt Lake City. Mary's child. Well, son, he's an adult son. Like, let him live. However, something did happen. I guess we can talk about it a little bit. Just that he went into rehab this past week. He tested positive for drugs. So we're praying in that direction. I don't know the extent of anything or if he OD'd or what, but that's all I know. So that was a really cute scene. Kimberly is having a soiree with her partner, Denise, I think it is. Something like that. But it's D&D. So this was to raise funds. See, I thought that they were going to have a Toy for Tot giveaway, but no, it was more to raise funds for two different organizations. One was for Toys for Tots, and something else with money in it. But anyways, they allowed everyone to eat and all that good stuff. Colby does know Christina. They talk a little bit. Russell and Marcel, they talk. I like how Marcel assists his wife. While his wife was speaking, he was standing. Of course, Colby and Russell, they were too. But it's this way of being like, I'm with you, babe. That was pretty cool to actually witness. So kudos to you, Marcel. I see that there is a partnership that's pretty solid amongst you two. So anyways, later on, Colby and Kimberly, they get together and they talk. And Colby was a little bit nervous, like, have you heard the recent stuff that's been going on lately? And she said, you're talking about Christina's party. She said, I've heard. And she's like, and as I am, why is she talking about me at her party? I thought she's talking about me tears. I didn't have tears. I got emotional, but no tears came out. But I thought we were going to be headed to a positive place. And for her to talk about me like that, it's just like, I don't know. But she said that there's been things that she let slide for, like, she said 4 years, that she gave grace to, that she finally just stood up and said, hey, no, enough is enough. And that was kind of the breakdown of the relationship. We still don't know specifically what those things were. And hopefully we find out very soon, because we're kind of like, I do want to know what happened so that we can get to the bottom of this. Colby was like, I kind of just put a halt on even going forward with Christina, just hearing some of the stuff that Kimberly's saying or what. But Colby was also fair in the conversation, and she said, you're saying that you're hurt, but possibly how she is responding and talking is because that she's hurt, and it'd be good to hear her out too. I said, well, that's fair, Colby. You didn't just join up on a pile up and just said, So we go. They finally meet. K and K meet. They both in their furs and all this good stuff. Kimberly brings out this notebook saying, like, look, I want to write things down, to jot down, so that we can actually discuss things that you may have said that I may have to just reiterate, just to make sure that we're on the same boat. All of a sudden, Christina brings out a notebook too. They go back and forth, blah, 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 blah. She said, how could you say that I got emotional, that I was tearing up? There was no tears on my face. I got emotional. My face was beat. Then next thing you know, Kimberly pulls out all of, I guess, some designs or clothing from Christina. You said that my closet is full of that. I didn't say that specifically. You're trying to be semantic about this whole thing. Anyways, they're going back and forth. The audience, the other Patreons in this restaurant looking at them like, what are y'all doing? It was funny to me. So there's a to be continued. Again, next week is the mid-season finale. And I enjoyed the episode. Y'all let me know in the comments. I just don't. Both of them are a lot. Y'all think that Kimberly is just, no. Christina got this way, and I think that Kimberly kind of provokes that out of her. Christina tries to act more reserved about it and a little bit above it, but really she wants to go there too. I see that, and you look, come on. She likes to match energy. What I was gonna say, they're both a lot. But I do need both of them to say what is the doggone issue. The most we got out is that Kimberly felt like Christina was being competitive, but there's no competition here, so I don't know what the issue is as far as what she was saying. So I'm just trying to get to a better understanding as to what is the issue. So hopefully we get to it next week or not. Anyways, I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like, comment, subscribe, and until the next video, peace.